This is Jesús, Manuel, Mena, Garza. I hope you're having a really good day. It's, I think it's August 11th. Might be the 12th for all I know, 2018. I'm at Fawn Lakes Campground in northern New Mexico by Red River, New Mexico. I decided to leave Fort Worth and do some truck bed camping with my wife, Annie. It was very hot the last few days in Fort Worth. In fact, the whole last few months in the 100 degrees. You know, it's 100 degrees typically. So we decided to take a break and do some truck bed camping again in Fawn Lakes. We were here in May, June. It was very nice. We camped at the Junebug campground next door. We decided let's check out Fawn Lakes because I want to do some fishing too. And I've seen quite a few people catching trout in the stream and also in the lakes, these small lakes. So again, it was 100+ degrees in Fort Worth, but over here, according to the forecast, it's supposed to be in the mid-40s, low 50s. And we packed for that. And I always forget how cold it is when it's 40 degrees, when you're used to hundreds for the last month, 2 months. So again, I packed a little bit too light. I should have brought a nice down jacket, very thick sweatshirt. So in the future, I hopefully won't forget and will pack appropriately. Maybe this time next year I'll also have, maybe if everything works out, a travel trailer, and we'll have it all situated where everything's in there instead of truck bed camping. You know, truck bed camping is essentially uninsulated camping. It's what's outside is inside. If it's 35 outside, it's typically 35 inside. And it was quite cold. We had extra blankets, their sleeping bags, etc., etc. We had our windows covered, but it still was quite cold. So, you know, I'm not 18 or 20 anymore. I'm in my mid to late 60s now, and I feel every little decrease in temperature. So, as I get older, hopefully a travel trailer, a heated travel trailer, is in my future. So in this very short video, I'm going to show you some shots around the campsite, you know, some of my meals, maybe some fishing shots, who knows. Whatever comes up, I'm going to try to videotape it and share it with you. Again, this is Jesús Manuel Mena Garza. Hope you like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. And again, I'm at Fawn Lakes Campground near Red River, New Mexico. And it's a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous campsite right next to a little stream. And we did some hiking that way. We did some hiking that way. And after I brush my hair and take a bit of a cold, you know, clean myself off some cold river water, I'll be doing some fishing and enjoying the day, and also some hiking. If you have any questions, again, feel free to contact me. I'm here for you. So, gracias, adios, bye-bye. Here comes some video of around some activities. Bye-bye. Yes, that water was mighty cold, and my wife and I enjoyed cooling off our heels, wading across that river, and a lot of children and adults enjoyed that too. We saw quite a few of them fishing in that river and actually catching fish, actually catching trout. Amazing. So not only in Fawn Lakes do you catch trout, but also in this little river. Quite a few trout I saw caught. And here's our little campsite, a very modest campsite at that. Maybe this time next year we'll be camping in a travel trailer. I'm crossing my fingers. We do have the cash. It's all up to my wife. She just has to say, let's spend that money. And so here's our little campsite, our little tent. We've taken that tent backpacking in desolation wilderness in the Sierras for days on end in isolated areas like Aloha Lake and stuff like that. There's our 2 chairs. We sat there, looked across the river to the, you know, the beautiful, beautiful pines and aspens, and of course the mountain beyond that. Here's my wife, the professor, hanging out there. I don't know if she's doing some reading or knitting, or probably doing some knitting. She really, really enjoys knitting. And there I am drying one of my shirts. And coming up in a few seconds, my wife's going to introduce you to our newest hike.
Hi, everybody. Jesús and I are out hiking today, and we came across, after about 2 hours of hiking, our first sign. So we have choices. We're on the Columbine trailhead, but we can go up to Gold Hill or Twining, which is that way, or we can go all the way to Lobo Peak, which is about 9 miles, and it's also the tallest elevation of any peak around here. I don't know. I wonder where we'll end up.
Yes, my wife is always a bit cheery as compared to me. I'm a bit of a boring person. She's always excited. She comes from a theater and arts background and now is a professor at the local university. Here's some flowers with a little bug licking some of that nectar. Some flowers here and there. I really enjoy taking photographs of the natural environment. I'm not much of a, what do you call a landscape photographer, an artsy-fartsy landscape and, nature photographer, but I do it just as a hobby. I'm primarily known as a portrait and a documentary photographer. I take a lot of pictures of people and infrastructure, but this, to me, is very interesting. Here we are taking a little break. I'm getting a little bit of water. My wife and I are hanging out at this little dry meadow. Bees everywhere.
2 of them. That's my candy, which I'm putting away. Wow. These, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Look, just put it down.
Okay, you got one on you. Be careful, don't move. Just. I want to eat it. It's so good. I'll take one more bite and you can have the rest.
Oh, I was going to give it to you.
I'm eating a little bit at a time. I like the caramel part. I had this fantasy, this really huge fantasy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The caramel, keep the caramel parts. And then the nuts, whatever these nuts are, they're really, this is like my new top. Okay, so I was eating a little caramel and I was fantasizing. I thought, okay, after you're out in the wilderness and you come back to the comforts of home, what are the things that you most want? I went, I want to take care of that. I guess I'm going to have to eat faster because this bee.
That's what I said, sweetie. You eat it so they won't bug you. Yes, beware of bees when you're eating candy. They love you even more. They love to get some of that sweetness that you're carrying on. Here comes my wife. She's going to talk a little bit more. She's always a font of great information. Yes, my wife, I absolutely love her. She is the best. She is absolutely brilliant and a great hiker at that, and a very happy camper. What's not to like?
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to point out some delights of the trail. We accidentally came across these absolutely stunning berries. I don't think they're the type that human beings would eat, and they're certainly not the type that bears would like to eat because they're still there. But they're a beautiful color, and they stand out sharply against all the green of the cottonwoods, the deciduous trees, and quaking aspen. What, honey?
Conifers too.
Conifers too, and probably firs.
I'm a very lucky man because my wife and I both enjoy many of the same things. We both enjoy hiking, we both enjoy camping, and we both enjoy, nature in its abundant bounty here in the United States and all over the world. We've hiked in New Mexico quite a bit over the years, and Arizona, California, Texas, and other regions. My wife is originally from Minnesota, so she did a lot of hiking down there. And I did not. She's going to take me there one of these days. And I have some friends in Michigan who promised to show me some hiking trails up there in Yooper country, up in the Upper Peninsula. So I look forward to doing that too. But right now I'm in New Mexico, going from about 9,000 in elevation to almost 12,000 in elevation up this mountain trail. It's a long, long ways. I think it's 10 to 12 miles long, 12 miles to get up there. And of course, it always goes up and up and up. And of course, at altitude, you can tend to lose a little bit of your breath. You get a little breathless. But my wife and I, before we decided to take this hike during this early August afternoon, we decided, hey, let's stick around the campground for a couple of days before you take this hike. So here's a beautiful yellow flower. Do you like it? Don't forget to leave comments. And for this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Again, that would be very nice of you. I greatly appreciate it. Typically, in my videos of camping, photography, and stuff like that, I don't get very many likes and shares and stuff like that. My most popular videos are of RVs. Like for example, I shot a video of the Airstreams, and I got 50,000 plus hits. People really love that stuff, my reviews of RVs. But I really enjoy producing these simple little videos of my wife and I going hiking around the United States, especially the Southwest and Mexico. So there's my wife crossing the river. She's 60 plus. I'm not going to tell you exactly her age, but she's 60 plus, and she's quite fit and quite healthy, and really enjoys backpacking, going in nature and having a great time.
How you doing, sweetie? I made a mistake in my knitting, so I'm experiencing some small fluctuation. Otherwise, terrific.
We're going to end this video with a shot of the stream, the river behind our campsite, and that's going to last about a minute. Then we're going to have a few seconds of our campfire. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It's a very simple video. I didn't do some overt production. I just wanted to show you some of the photographs and videos from our camping trip. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I greatly appreciate your comments, your kind comments. Gracias. Adiós. Bye-bye.